Hi, CG here with a quick update for you here on The Rocketry Show. We're still here. We're still around. I thought I'd give you a quick message to tell you what we're up to and what to expect here. So we've been busy with flying rockets a bit, trying to get back into our hobby a little bit. And I've been busy, in particular, doing a massive update to our back-end system here with The Rocketry Show. I've been doing this in stages. And this next one is like the final piece. And just to give you a little update, when we started the Rocketry Show 10 years ago, it was built on top of a system that I created for podcasting when I was experimenting with podcasting back in 2008. And we've been running on that 2008 platform that I've created forever. And I managed to keep it going and keep things updated. But as we got closer and closer to now, the system has been becoming more and more cantankerous. And so we needed to do something because I was spending more time keeping that back-end system running than I was doing this show or even flying rockets. So it just became untenable. So late last year, I started the first phases of moving into what we're doing now. And that resulted in some changes to the websites you probably noticed. And the websites kind of manage themselves now, which is kind of neat to not have to worry about that. But the last half is the distribution system that sends the show to you. And we've been using some services to do that via our old cranky system. So it's been kind of patched and half done, to the, I guess you would say, current era, but not quite. So that system is about to change. The reason I'm telling you this is hopefully you won't notice anything when we transition this, but there's the remote possibility that when we go and flip this switch just around the time for our next episode, which is coming up, and I will tell you about that in a second here too, you might see goofiness. I'm going to try not to have any goofiness happening. Did I say that right? I don't know. But you might see goofy stuff going on in the feed. And when you see that, just know, CG must have turned on the new Rocketry Show distribution system. Hopefully you won't notice anything. And by the time our next episode drops, which will be after I get this system up and going here, it's going to be a cool one. We have Tom Feder on that episode. And we're going to be talking about all the dynamics that determine how far your rocket will turn into the wind. So that was a cool episode. It's kind of the same thing he talked about at NARCon earlier this year. And we brought him on to kind of talk with us about it a little bit. And it's an episode you're probably going to listen to like 5 times over. And I've heard it like 8,000 times editing it, for public consumption. And every time I listen to it again in the editing, I learned a little bit more of what he's talking about. It's a deep dive, and you're going to enjoy it. It's also the inaugural show for the Model Rocket Show. So it's a combined Rocketry Show and Model Rocket Show episode. It's going to go down both feeds at the same time. And Rocket Noob is with us on that episode and everything. And then from there, Rocket Noob has been working on some Model Rocket Show episodes to go down. And what we're going to do with that, and this is part of the new setup too, is that the Model Rocket shows will start to go down the Model Rocket Show feed as they always have. But if you're a fan of both shows, you'll be happy to know that the Model Rocket Show will be in the feed with the main Rocketry Show program. It'll just alternate with episodes, similar to what we've been doing on Patreon for the patron fans of the show. So that'll be kind of cool. And also with this new update, we'll be able to update older episodes and just kind of keep the pipeline going with content. If we end up with a long gap because we're off flying rockets or something like that, we've got 10 years of episodes, most of which many have not heard. So because most of our listenership is fairly recent and we get new listeners all the time. So in the old system made it really hard to do that. So we're looking forward to this new setup. And thanks for your patience. And the next episode should drop in about a week or so. This weekend is going to be the beginning of a lot of the work to switch over to the new system. I'm nervously excited about it, but I thought I could drop down the feed and let you know what we're up to in case you see something bizarre going on here. So there you go. We've been busy, mostly tech stuff. And thanks for being with us and sticking around with the Rocketry Show as we try to get ourselves ready for probably the next 10 years on a nice, fresh, modern distribution system. Thanks.